All right, hey brothers, can you hear me? All right, so I kind of just tweaked off of I kind of popped off of my last video, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you just have to get this shit off your chest, bro, because like if you just keep all this shit in, bro, you gon' like it's not good for you, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to crash out, bro. Don't let me crash out, God. Don't let me crash out. So yeah, I was thinking about just doing a stream because I know a lot of you guys. Um, a lot of you guys, I'm gonna be honest, bro. This channel is primarily targeted towards like black men, but if you're like non-black, it's all good, bro. We still, as long as you're respectful, you know what I mean. You're not using the N word and shit like that in the comments. Like you can chime in, you can like be with us, you know what I mean? Because it's just I'm just inclusive like that, you know. But yeah, I'm just trying to do this real quick video, like so I know a lot of y'all like y'all anime hits for real. Like you guys. So backtrack, right? Because I feel like I know how a lot of you guys grew up. So I remember like back in the day, like I'm a little bit older, so I remember back in the day, anime wasn't really that popular, but you know, a lot of times people would be made fun of if they watched anime. But there's also, and if you guys can see, like there's a freaking anime themed poster in the background. But yeah, anime wasn't that popular. A lot of us were clowned on for watching it, but we were able to resonate with it a lot too. Like the characters, the sheer strength of the characters, the boldness, we're able to really resonate with it and inspire to kind of be like those kind of characters. Because a lot of us like black guys, let's be honest, if you're like a millennial, I feel like, or just like maybe Gen Z, you guys probably grew up like I did, you know what I mean? No, and if you're specifically like the United States, so because unfortunately the divorce courts and etc. they're always favoring women, right? So they're gonna be more what is it called, like have preferential preference towards like giving the kids to the women and shit. We're not gonna fucking be political about that. It is what it is. But I'm just explaining the background that a lot of us grew up in. Like, so where, a lot of our friends probably had like physical role models and shit. Like just physical role models. A lot of us we didn't were reared like the relationship with our dads and shit were severed. So a lot of the times we would confide in these anime characters like Goku. A lot of guys that I spoke to, they relate to Goku's arc, especially coming up, man, like when Goku was a little kid, because he was still more so an underdog. And then I guess once he, uh, and he didn't grow up with his parents either, you know what I'm saying? So I think this is kind of where the love is stemming from, with those guys. And then also like same with Naruto and shit. Like he also was kind of like, he was also kind of a reject. So you can kind of resonate with that, with the racial aspect, the racial barrier of being rejected and stuff on the swing set. And then also just like socially, So I think that's kind of where the love stems from. And I just kind of wanted to take a second to really just acknowledge my passion for anime and like just go down the list of probably like my top five animes. I can't really necessarily say if this is in order because like yeah, there's just so many. But I do know that these animes definitely will always be in my heart. I think the first one is gonna be like Yu Yu Hakusho. I sometimes want to say it's like my favorite brand, man. And shit, if I can even find the freaking theme song, bro, I'll play that. But yeah, bro, Yu Yu Hakusho, man. Like the first time I saw this anime, bro, I was like, what the heck is this? Because I was used to like Dragon Ball Z, right? But then Yu Yu Hakusho came on hella late. So at first I'm like, dude, like I shouldn't be up. And I'm seeing Yusuke Urameshi, the main character. He's a delinquent, so I'm like, okay, this guy's kind of cool, but he still talks his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a bitch. Anyone like anyone will try and like punk him and shit. Like, he'll straight up just box that motherfucker, and that's kind of like I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really like that like growing up, but that parasocial relationship I think is what people call it. Like, you kind of want to be like that, you know what I mean? So I think that's definitely a character that I definitely resonated with, and then so it's like four characters, right? So they got Yusuke, the main character, then you got Kurama, you know what I'm saying? You got Hiei, bro, and then you got Kuwabara. So you got those four, bro. And man, I love all of those characters, bro, because each of those characters I can see like a little bit of myself in them. Like Yusuke. You know, what I mean, sometimes he's kind of rebellious, but he's still like a good guy. He's still a hero. You know what I'm saying? He's still a protagonist. He just does it his own way. So I can see a little bit of myself in it. And then this freaking Kurama or Kuwabara, who's kind of goofy, he's like the human character. So I definitely see myself in that too, because sometimes niggas be goofy and shit. And then you got freaking Hiei, bro, like that like isolate, like, like people call him like edgelord character. I just thought it was cool. I still think he's cool to this day, bro. You got that like black on black hoodie on, like, nigga don't fuck with me type vibes, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the vibes that I have too sometimes, like I embody sometimes, And you got Kurama, so it's another aspect, you got the smooth, laid back, you know what I'm saying? Like cool, calm, and collective, So all those four characters are just like aspects of myself that I'll see in me, and I just aspire to be them. So yeah, man, I really like Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, it's probably one of my favorite animes, and more specifically like season one, and then up to the Dark Tournament arc. After the Dark Tournament arc, it kind of got a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, like Yusuke turning into a demon and all that stuff, but yeah, I like him, and I feel like a lot of brothers can relate to these characters. I would say second, number two would probably be Dragon Ball Z. Man, like Dragon Ball Z, bro, was like the intro to the gateway drug to like anime. Well, actually, I'll say like Pokemon and Sailor Moon, but Dragon Ball Z was like the more so like you know, yeah, it's a meme, but you got epic battles, high stakes, like earth shattering attacks, bro. You know, family, father son relationship, especially with Goku and Gohan, and that's something that I didn't have growing up. So, like, being able to see that, and just relish in it, even though it's anime, I think that's probably what drew me to that anime. And I still, even to this day, I mean, I don't watch it as much anymore because I don't really have time. I'm too busy working and stuff like that. But it still has a soft spot in my heart, bro. Like, I got the freaking game Sparking Zero, and like, yeah, bro, I'm never gonna be one to like duck a fade either. If you want to freaking try and box me up on Sparking Zero, we can get it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, so yeah, I really like Dragon Ball Z. The characters now, Frieza, uh, Cell, you know, just everything about it. Like, granted, sometimes when I watch it back now, I'm kind of like, damn, these characters, bro. Like, it wasn't it wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit doesn't make sense. Like, like, where the hell did Goku get Super Saiyan 3 from? And why is he now pulling it out when he could have used it against Vegeta? And like, yeah, you can say, okay, it's retconning, like Toriyama was gonna eventually have him use it later so he didn't feed Boo the energy, but come on, bro. Like, I'm not stupid. We're not stupid. We know that, like, you're just making this shit up on. We know you're just making this shit up on the spot, but it's all good. But yeah, so we have that. And then we got yeah, Dragon Ball. That will always be like an OG classic. And then what else, bro? You got freaking What else do you got? All right, so then you got Naruto, bro. And I'm not even gonna like really go too crazy on Naruto because everyone like my generation and below obviously knows Naruto. But bruh, Naruto's freaking, losing his parents. He also didn't grow up with his pops. See the theme, the connection, But also didn't grow up with his pops, but he had his dream of becoming the Hokage, bro. Like he was rejected socially, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of us black guys we rejected for this right here, skin. It is what it is. It's fucked up, but yeah, he's rejected socially. And then, this guy, bro. Well, first we start feeling sorry for him, like, damn, this guy's gonna have a hard life. But then we start to find out, bro, his dad was the fourth Hokage, bro. Like, let that just resonate in your head. We find out his dad was the fourth Hokage, and then we also find out that he's actually pretty freaking capable. Like, Sasuke always being the pretty boy, I guess. So yeah, he was kind of a bitch. But Naruto, he's always been that dude that's been like, yeah, bro, like he's the underdog. And then we're actually finally seeing his character arc. We're seeing him rise. We're seeing him, have his first fight with the bridge builder, Pain. And we eventually see him become Hokage, Yeah, I'll say the story actually did die down a little bit in Boruto, but that's always gonna be like probably those three, bro, will always be like my tops, bro. And then we got Full Metal Alchemist, bro. Like then I'm gonna just start going. Now I'm gonna just start naming shit off, bro. So it's not even gonna be in order, but fuck it. So how we got Full Metal Alchemist, bro? Full Metal Alchemist was like, bro, it was kind of crazy because it wasn't even on like Toonami, and I'm assuming you guys don't know what Toonami is. And this video is not supposed to be too serious, so just we can log off if you want. If not, we can just vibe. But yeah, we have freaking on Adult Swim after midnight, and we got these guys like talking about human transmutation, philosopher's stones, which are actually really like actual real things. I don't advise you guys to get into it depending on your spiritual preferences, but I am Christian and I don't necessarily feel like those are the best things to delve into. But yeah, you got the philosopher's stone, you got the seven deadly sins. So now we're kind of bridging the gap from like more philosophical shit, like more so shallow ended like themes and stuff, and we're going into more philosophical, kind of anime and stuff like that, or storytelling rather. And I think this is what makes the East a little bit like better and more compelling with their stories than it does the West, because a lot of you guys like you would make fun of people like growing up watching anime and stuff, but you wouldn't understand the complexities behind the storytelling, the characters. Like just because you see it's like cartoons, you're like, oh, okay, it's for kids, but that is a Western mindset because you're associating the fact that it's like cartoon and you're animated and stuff like that, and you're saying that, oh, it's for kids, but you don't necessarily see the complexity, the depth behind these characters, the development, even dude, even the songwriting, bro. The songwriting is peak, bro. Like if you, I'm not gonna lie, the translation from the Japanese to the English is a little goofy sometimes. I'll be honest, bro. It's a little goofy, but when you actually listen to the lyrics, right? I actually want to play one of my favorite songs, and this is like some nerd ish, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I'm gonna just nerd out. Fuck it. Yeah, we finna nerd out, but I want to play one of my favorite songs, bro. Sayonara Bye Bye. From Yu Yu Hakusho. That song, like, if you actually look up the lyrics, read the lyrics, it can potentially make you want to cry. And this is a grown man speaking. So yeah, man, like I just think like anime doesn't get that respect that it deserves. That's why I'm like making this video because I want to put some respect on it. I mean, now it's kind of popular actually, to be honest. But prior to that, like motherfuckers, especially if you were black and you were trying to talk to people about anime, bro, they would just look at you like, bro, what the fuck, like, bro, are you even black? Like back in the day, like even now, still, it's still kind of like, bro, why you? talking to me about this shit, bro. Like they don't even speak English, But I would never tell any fucking person, any girl or some shit that I'll be watching anime. Like even now, I don't really do this, but this is for like the real, like what I mean, us guys, so we can just like kind of resonate to these characters, bro, because they strong, bro. It's like nowadays they're trying to push these bati boys on us black guys. You know what I mean? They're trying to give us fucking bati boy examples, bro. And obviously, or they're trying to give us negative ass examples like trappers and drillers and shit. But a lot of us, like, if we weren't like run the streets, we're just indoors, like, you know what I mean? And then you know, you had that cable, you had Dragon Ball Z, you saw like these guys, bro, like Goku, strong ass motherfucker. Was he the best of father? Probably not, bro. I mean, that's debatable to be honest, but he was strong and he was ready to fucking square up when he had to. Even Krillin, bro. Krillin doesn't get respect, bro. I want to put some respect on Krillin's name because motherfuckers be thinking that Krillin a bit like weak. Yeah, he's not as strong as Goku, but let's be honest, bro. Krillin never fucking ran, bro. He never ran. He never ducked a fade and he always like when it came to the most crucial moments, like he would still do crucial shit. Let's not talk about the Cell Saga though, because the Cell Saga, bro, everyone was fucking up, bro. Because Krillin fucked up because he just fell in love, you know what I mean? So he fucked up. He didn't want to kill 18. Goku fucked up, or no, Vegeta fucked up because he didn't want to fucking kill Cell when he had the chance, bro. He had the like Vegeta had the perfect chance to just end the series right there. Like he would have just gotten all the fame and admiration. Like, oh, Vegeta killed Cell. When Cell was in his second state, but Vegeta being an egoistic, like prideful mother effer, he was like, okay, you know what, Cell, I'm gonna let you. You're boring me. You're not able to challenge me, so I'm gonna let you absorb Android 18. Thus, we get Perfect Cell. And then we got freaking Goku, bro. Goku, bro. Bro, Goku had Cell on the ropes at one point. Like, even though, yeah, Cell could have regenerated, Goku gives Cell a sensu bean. Like, bro, what? And then he's in shock after Gohan dies. Like, bro, you gave him a sensu bean, bro. Like, you just regenerated his health. Well, you could have just come up with a strategy, bro, or just killed him. And then we have Gohan, bro. Like, Gohan, who's like literally has the final chance to kill Cell, and then he's laughing, he's smiling. You know what I mean? He's being like a cocky prick, pretty much. So yeah, but yeah, where was I? Yeah, so yeah, but anyways, that's Dragon Ball Z, and then we had Full Metal Alchemist, so that was cool. I mean, you are seeing a lot of philosophical ish, and this is also why I have so much respect for Japan. Even though, like, yeah, sometimes they're a little bit racist, whatever, but I just have such fond memories from like the anime and shit, especially for motherfuckers like us, bro. Like, we lonely and shit. Like, you know what I mean? We're not fucking running the streets because we're not trying to get caught up in shit. So yeah. So yeah, shit just I might have to make a part two of this because it's actually running a little bit long, but I guess I'll just I guess pull up one more anime. What was another anime that dude, I'm going down memory lane, man. Like Roni Kenshin, bro. Like if any of you guys don't know that one's pretty good. And this is like pretty much any guy. Like I don't want to just specify to black guys because you know, for this video at least. But yeah, any guy, like, you guys can chime in, leave comments. Like, honestly, bro, just tell me what your favorite anime is, and we'll just like vibe out. This is like before I got into like, hold on, dude, this shit acting fucking stupid. It's before I got into like music and stuff, but yeah, Kenshin. That's it, bro. Like, I don't know what else to really say. Yeah, I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna end the video because I don't want it to go past like 20 minutes, and it's already going past 20 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys like this kind of video, it's not as intense, it's not as crazy. Like we're not popping off at the world and shit, just let me know. Like, because we can continue to talk about these kind of topics. But if you don't really give a shit, that's cool too. Just leave a like and subscribe and comment because it does help my fucking video. And I'm gonna try and actually put the like anime images and shit like that on the screen, bro. Like, dude, I wish I could just go off for hours, bro. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do another 10 minutes. All right, bro. Okay. So yeah, what was I saying about the philosophical aspect? So yeah, the philosophical aspect being covered, so you had that like philosophical aspect being covered in Full Metal Alchemist. You had the fucking high speed intensity shit being covered by like Dragon Ball Z and shit. Then you had the camaraderie shit, being covered by like Yu Yu Hakusho and shit. And then you also had what was that third one that I just said? Oh yeah, the Naruto. So you had the like complexity of villains, like their dynamic makeup and their psychological whatever aspects and shit. Like you see how they're being psychologically broken down to get to the point where they are now. And bro, let me think of another one. Like, man, I'm trying to think of some hot shit, bro. Some hot ish right now, but I can't. Like, bro, Code Geass is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, he also had Death Note, Light Yagami. Bro, I can't think of the last anime that I was just like straight binging, bro. Like an old school classic, bro. Damn, I might have to actually end this video, bro, if I can't think of anything. Obviously, you have Gundam. Always gonna love Gundam, bro. I just love the aesthetic. I haven't really watched actually that many series. I watched Gundam 008. That was fire. I mean, you just gotta watch it. I'm not gonna really delve deep into it. I mean, that's it. Really, there's Bleach, obviously. And then let's not to talk about the RPG games, bro, that spun off from that. So then you have the whole subset. I like to call it a subset of RPG like inspired animes. So that really pushed PlayStation up through the roof too. Those RPGs, but yeah, man, you got RPGs. So you have like Final Fantasy. You have another game, Thousand Arms, Legend of Dragoon. It's all Japanese, and I think this is probably what like ingrained everyone's infatuation with Japan. Like in the early 90s or late 90s, like early 2000s. You had Outlaw Star, which was a fire anime. Like you literally space outlaws. You know what I'm saying? Like traveling across space looking for what is called the Galactic Ley. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. I didn't watch that growing up, but I watched it recently, and it was pretty fire. The '90s edition. So yeah. You got a bunch of good animes, bro. Like you got Sailor Moon, Tenchi Muyo, which was Tenchi Muyo fire. And yeah, bro, like I just feel like I don't know what I'll do if the anime wasn't here sometimes. Segue from all this racial shit, all this political shit that's going on. It's just like that anime, bro. Like it's just a gateway to fucking escape, bro. And yeah, you can say it's escapism, it's BS, but sometimes you just need that escapism, like even with YouTube, like you sometimes you just need to get what's off you, get crash out, bro. Honestly, bro, like sometimes motherfuckers just need to crash out to be like, yeah, man, fuck that bitch, yeah, bro, fuck that, like you know what I mean, just crash out with a homie, and then after that you just be like, oh, okay, well, you know what, maybe there's some things I can do to help myself get better, like you know what I mean, that type of shit. But yeah, like I think obviously Pokemon, Digimon, bro. Alright, I'm a this is the last one. I swear. Okay. Digimon. Alright, so with Digimon, man, like less underground, not as known as Pokemon, right? But even with Digimon, bro, I think it was better. I think it was better than Pokemon. You're always gonna have this debate, like, yo, which one was better Digimon or Pokemon. I personally like Digimon. I'm gonna tell you why. The characters are more in depth. Or no, actually, yeah, the characters were more in depth. Actually, Pokemon, like the characters are kind of because, but it's the thing is like the marketing scheme for Digimon and the marketing scheme for Pokemon is different. Oh fuck, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade too. Oh my god, all those classics, bro. But I'm gonna just focus on this Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh shit. So like the marketing scheme for Digimon is different from the marketing scheme for Yu-Gi-Oh. Even though, or sorry, Pokemon. Even though they have very similar like I don't know how to say it, bro. They have very similar I guess consumables and shit. Like you have the Digimon card game, you have the Pokemon card game, you have the Digimon like video game, and you have the Pokemon video game. You have the Digimon action figure, you have the Pokemon. Like it's very similar but completely different, bro. Because for example, for the Digimon like a Digimon shit, bro, or sorry, the Pokemon shit, the Pokemon game actually is better. Like the Pokemon game runs the franchise and it is way better than Digimon. Actually, I don't even want to say way better because they apply to they appeal to different niches and shit. But I would say the Pokemon it has better like spaces, I guess. But Digimon is just more mature, bro. So the tonality is extremely different. Like, cause actual Digimon die, bro. Like in Pokemon don't die. They just faint, quote unquote, and they get returned to the Pokeball. They get returned to the wild. In Digimon, there's also in Pokemon there's parental figures. In Digimon, the first season, bro, all these kids get sucked into the digital world. And once they're in the fucking digital world, they have to find a way to escape. They have no parents. Wild monsters are literally trying to kill them. And it was just supposed to be a summer break, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, this is different, bro. This hits different. And then I found out that Digimon came out first too. So everyone who's trying to say that Pokemon or Digimon copied Pokemon, you're wrong. And then also in Japan, like when I actually went to Japan and I saw like just some of the landmarks, the structure, I'm like, yeah, bro, Digimon is hitting, bro. Because Digimon also like you'll see the Japanese influence. Pokemon, bro, you don't really see any Japanese influence like that. That doesn't even make sense. Influence, not influence, but you see the culture in Digimon. Like Digimon, parts of it they actually go to Japan, to Tokyo, bro. So you see the buildings, the schools. Then you see the Digimon attacking that. Pokemon, bro, it's fake, but it's made up shit, bro. Like there's no Kanto, bro, but there's actually a Tokyo, and that's what kind of also, you know, gave me that inspiration for Japan, bro. And then, bro, since I'm almost to the 10-minute mark, let's talk about season three. Because season three was the wildest, bro. Season three was like, I was shocked, bro. So then you have seven main characters, goes down to three. One of them is he goes on the three. There's a Digimon card game now, so they're emulating real life. And then you have the girl Rika or whatever her name is. She has one of the toughest Digimon like early game. Her Digimon and her shit was on point, bro. Like I was like, damn, bro, she actually like a badass. She kicking shit, and it's not some fake shit like, oh, we need women to represent. And this is what is making current media and media of the past like annoying, bro. It's like now you have these sprinkles of like very shallow characters just for the fucking sake of being a character. It's like, oh, we need to add a woman, and then we have to give her a background. It's like, bro, when you were in like the early 2000s and shit, if you had a female protagonist, she was actually about that shit. Like, she wasn't just there to fucking be there. She was actually written for the story, and it complements the story. It's like a main character basically. You don't look at their freaking gender, but nowadays it's different. But anyways, yeah, you have Rika, you have Henry, who's kind of like the brainiac, the smartest one in the group, more level-headed, calm, and his Digimon is Terriermon. Terriermon is cool, but when he digivolves the first time, bro, you're like, what the fuck? Like with the machine guns on his arm and ish, And then you got Tagato, I think his name is, with Guilmon. Bro, I just love that. And then you're not even in the digital world, bro. They're in Tokyo, bro. So they run the streets in Tokyo, bro. They sliding on Digimon in Tokyo, like, yeah, bro. Digimon was fire, but season 3 is peak, bro. And yeah, dude, this can freaking go on so long. I'm gonna actually end it. Um, but yeah, bro. Uh, I just let me know what you think about this video, like and subscribe, and I am going to see you in the next video because this one's like 30 minutes long. And yeah, man. Like, subscribe, comment, da 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 da. What else did I want to say? I think that's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a part 2. All right, see you.